Good morning friends, welcome back to labor cost control. So today I am going to solve one more problem on Taylor differential piece rate system and straight piece rate system. Later we will move on to merit differential piece rate system. So see the problem here. So the problem goes like this. From the following information, calculate total earnings of X and Y under straight piece rate system and differential piece rate system. So straight piece rate system means here the wages are fixed based on the number of units produced by each employee, and in the straight piece rate system, piece rate is fixed for all the employees, that is straight piece rate system. Whereas our differential piece rate system, in differential piece rate system, they are going to fix different rates for different employees based on the level of performance, that is Taylor differential piece rate system. Okay, so using these two methods we have to calculate total earnings. Okay, then next they have given standard production 8 units per hour. So that means for 1 hour they are manufacturing 8 units. So they means X and Y are manufacturing 8 units for 1 hour, and normal time rate. So time rate is rupees 4 per hour. That means for every 1 hour they are getting 4 rupees. Like that they are producing 8 units per hour. And next we have differentials to be applied. So because this differentials is given for the purpose of Taylor differential piece rate system. So here the first point is 80% of the piece rate below standard. Below standard means if the performance of the employees is less than 80%, then they are going to get 80% of the piece rate. Then 120% of piece rate at or above the standard. So according to Taylor, this is how we need to calculate the differential piece rate system. 80% of the piece rate for below standard, 120% of piece rate for at or above standard. Next, in a day of 9 hours, X produces 54 units and Y produces 75 units. So there are totally 9 hours in a day. So in that 9 hours, X is going to produce 54 units and Y is going to produce 75 units. So this is the problem. So using all this information, we need to calculate the total earnings of employees using straight piece rate system as well as Taylor differential piece rate system. So now let's begin with the solution. Okay. See first we have to calculate total earnings under straight piece rate system. So the formula to calculate total earnings under straight piece rate system is number of units produced is multiplied by a piece rate per unit. See, if you see this problem, in this problem they have not given piece rate per unit, they have not given. Of course they have given 8 units per hour and 4 rupees per hour is given, but per unit how much they are going to charge, it is not given. So first we need to calculate the piece rate per unit. So for that, for calculation of per unit, they have given sufficient information. So let us take this information. See standard production. Standard production, they have given 8 units per hour. So standard production they have given 8 units per hour. Now then they have given time rate. Time rate they have given rupees 4 per hour. So 4 per hour is the unit. So therefore straight piece rate per unit. So straight piece rate per unit will be, it is rupees 4 per hour divided by 8 units. See, per hour they are going to give 4 rupees as wages, and in 1 hour employees are manufacturing 8 units. So if you divide this 4 rupees by 8 units, you are going to get 50 paise, 0.50 paise. So this 50 paise is the straight piece rate per unit. Straight piece per unit. So employees are going to get 50 paise per unit. So now we will calculate the total earnings under straight piece rate system. So we will calculate. Okay. So calculation of total earnings. Calculation of total earnings under straight piece rate system, and the formula is like this. total earnings is equals to number of units produced into straight piece rate per unit. So, this is the formula to calculate the wages. So, first we will calculate wages for Mr. X. Okay. So, Mr. X, see, the formula is number of units produced. So, how much, how many units are produced by Mr. X? See here they have given, see, in a day of 9 hours, X produces 54 units. So, X is going to produce 54 units. So, take that 54 units. X produces 54 units. And what is the straight piece rate per unit that we have already calculated here? That is 50 paise. So, if you multiply these two, you are going to get rupees 27. So, this 27 is the total earnings earned by Mr. A under straight piece rate method. Similarly, let us calculate for Mr. Y also. Okay, Mr. Y, and the formula is same for Mr. Y also. The formula is number of units produced into straight piece rate per units. Okay, so number of units produced by Mr. Y. See, you can see here Y produces 75 units. So take that 75 units. So, what is the rate per unit that we have already calculated? So, 50 paise is the rate per unit. So, 0.50 or 50 paise is the rate per unit. So, if you calculate these two, you will get 37.50. So, Y's remuneration or Y's wages under straight piece rate system is 37.50. So, this is the wages of Mr. Y and 27 rupees is the wages of Mr. X. So, this is straight piece rate system. So, straight piece rate system is a method where we are going to calculate total earnings by taking number of units produced into the consideration. Now, let us calculate the same earnings of Mr. X and Mr. Y using the different methods, using another method called Taylor differential piece rate system. So, now let us solve that. Taylor differential piece rate system. Taylor differential piece rate system. So, under Taylor differential piece rate system, okay, so first we will have to calculate standard production, because according to Taylor there are two conditions or two criteria. So, one is 80% of the wages for below standard and 120% of the piece rate for the above standard. So, for that purpose first we need to calculate the standard production, because the standard production is not given in the problem. So, we have to calculate that standard production. So, let us calculate the standard production. So, first one, calculation of standard production. Calculation of standard production. So, how do you calculate this standard production? Say standard production, to calculate standard production we have to consider the standard production of 8 units. So, for 1 hour, for every 1 hour employees are manufacturing 8 units and for 1 hour 8 hours they are manufacturing 8 units they are manufacturing. For like that, how many hours they are working in the organization? They are working for 9 hours in an organization. So, you can see here in a day of 9 hours. So, in a day of 9 hours X produces 54 units, Y produces 75 units. So, to calculate the standard production we need to take 8 units per hour into 9 hours. So, in a day of 9 hours every employee is going to manufacture 8 units per hour. So, calculate that. Okay. So, standard production, standard output in 1 hour. In 1 hour 8 units. So, therefore, 8 into 9. So, 8 into 9 we are going to get 72 units. So, 8 into 9, 8 is the number of units produced in 1 hour. Like that the employees will work for 9 hours a day. If you multiply these two you will get standard production. So, now the standard production is 72 units. Okay, so 72 units is the standard production. So, now let us calculate differential piece rate. So differential piece rate we need to calculate, because already we have calculated the piece rate here. This 50 paise is just a straight piece rate system, but according to Taylor we cannot apply straight piece rate system. We have to calculate differential piece rate for calculating the total earnings. Okay, so differential piece rate. See, let us take Mr. X. Okay, so here we have to compare X production with the standard production. See, X normal production or actual production is 54 units. So 54 units is X normal production or actual production, whereas our standard production is 72 units. See, therefore X comes under below standard, because Taylor says 80% of the piece rate for below standard and 120% of the piece rate for above standard. So X comes under below standard because his performance, his actual production is less than the standard production. Standard is 72 units, his actual production is 54 units, so he comes under below standard. So X comes under below standard. So below standard means he is going to get 80% of piece rate. So what is the piece rate? 50 paise is the straight piece rate. So 80% of 0.50 he will get. Okay, so I hope you are understanding this. X comes under below standard because his performance is less than the standard. Standard is 72 units. X has produced 54 units, so his standard is below, so he is going to get 80% of normal piece rate. Normal piece rate is 50 paise. In this he is going to get 80%. Now let us see for X. For Y, okay. So Y's actual production is 75 units. See, Y produces 75 units, whereas our standard is 72 units. See, standard production is 72 units. Y's actual production is 75 units. That means he comes under the above standards. His production is more than the standard, so his performance is above standard. So above standard, if the performance is above standard, according to Taylor, he is going to get 120% of piece rate. That 120% of piece rate is 50 paise. So 50 paise is the piece rate for Mr. Y. So now let us calculate total earnings. See, here only you can calculate the piece rate, or in the next step also you can calculate the piece rates. I will show in the next step only. So the third step is calculation of total earnings. Calculation of total earnings. So what is the formula to calculate total earnings? To calculate total earnings, there is a formula, and formula is almost same. So wages is equals to number of units produced. Number of units produced by each employee into differential piece rate per unit. Differential piece rate per unit. So how do you calculate differential piece rate unit? 80% of 50 paise, 120% of 50 paise. That is our differential piece rate for this problem. Okay, so now calculate for Mr. X. So Mr. X produces 54 units. So X is going to produce 54 units into, you cannot take 50 paise. We have to take 80% of 50 paise because X comes under below standard. His actual production is less than the standard. So he comes under this category, that is 80% of 50 paise. Okay, so 80% of 50 paise you will get 0. I will write like this, 50 paise into 80%. So you will get 21.60. So rupees 21 rupees 60 paise is the remuneration or wages of Mr. X. See, 54 is the number of units produced, and differential paise rate system 80% of 50 paise. So that means here you are going to get 40 paise. So you will get 40 paise. 54 into 40 paise, you will get 21.60 you will get. Similarly, let us calculate for Mr. Y also. See, Y's actual production 75 units. So 75 units, and his differential piece rate is 120% of 50 paise. So 50 paise into 120%. So 75 into 120% of 50 paise, here you are going to get 60 paise. So 75 into 60 paise, Y is going to get 45 rupees. So this is the remuneration of Mr. Y. Mr. Y is going to get 45 rupees. X is going to get 21 rupees 60 paise. So this is how we need to calculate the total earnings under Taylor differential piece rate system. So here we have to understand one thing very clearly, that according to Taylor there are two criteria, or there are two categories. One is 80% of the wages and 120% of the wages. So 80% of the wages for the performance, if the employee performance is less than the standard, 80% of the piece rate. If the employee's performance is more than the standard, he is going to get 120% of the piece rate, and the problem is like this. Okay. Now next we have, so now we have merit differential piece rate system. So far we discussed Taylor differential piece rate system. Now we have one more important method called merit differential piece rate system. So Taylor has given two criteria like 80% of the piece rate and 120% of the piece rate. Similarly, merit has also given three criteria. So let us see what are those criteria. So according to merit differential piece rate system, so there are three criteria. So one is below 83% of the efficiency. If the employee's efficiency, if the worker's efficiency is below 83%, here he has only given the standard here. So if the employee's performance or efficiency is less than 83%, he is going to get normal piece rate. And if employee's efficiency is more than 83%, but less than 100% of the efficiency, he is going to get 110% of normal piece rate. And if the employee's efficiency, if the worker's efficiency is more than 100%, then those employees are going to get 120% of normal piece rate. So normal piece rate is fixed by the organization, but here each employee is going to get different piece rates based on their level of performance and based on their efficiency. Okay. So let us see the problem, let us understand this merit differential piece rate system with the help of problem. And the problem goes like this, friends. See, you can see this problem. Standard output is 10 units per hour. So standard output per hour they have given. They have not given per unit. Okay, remember that. Standard output is 10 units per hour. Wage rate rupees 1.50 paise, 150 paise per hour. And in a day of 8 hours, A produces 40 units, B produces 75 units, and C produces 90 units. And calculate wages of A, B and C using merit differential piece rate system. So this is the problem. Okay. And here we have to apply this categories, we have to apply these conditions to calculate the total earnings. So let's begin with the solution. Okay. Solution. So first we need to calculate here, we need to calculate standard production, we have to calculate. See here they have just given the criteria to calculate the straight piece rate, but they have not given standard production. Of course the production is given, but it is given for an hour but not for the whole day. So we need to calculate standard production. Okay. So the first one we have calculation of standard production. Calculation of standard production. Okay. So how do you calculate the standard production? See, standard output is given. So standard output 10 units per hour. And how many hours the employees are going to work? See, employees are going to work for 8 hours. For 1 hour they are going to manufacture 10 units. For 8 hours how many units they are going to manufacture? That is our standard output. Okay. So standard output for 1 hour, it is 10 units. 10 units. For 8 hours how much it is? So just multiply this. 10 into 8. So 10 into 8, if we do this, we are going to get 80. So this 80 is our standard production. So standard production of this particular problem is 80 units. Okay. Now next we need to calculate percentage of efficiency. Percentage of efficiency. See, in this problem, under merit differential piece rate system, we need to calculate level of efficiency, because he has given the percentages, he has given the conditions based on the level of performance or the percentage of efficiency. So for that purpose, we need to calculate percentage of efficiency of each employee, and after that we need to compare that efficiency with the given conditions. Okay, so first we will calculate the percentage of efficiency. And dear friends, there is a formula to calculate this, percentage of efficiency also. So what is that problem? See here, the percentage of efficiency. Percentage of efficiency is equals to actual production divided by standard production. So actual production divided by standard production into 100. So this is the formula to find out percentage of efficiency. Now let us calculate the efficiency for all the employees. Okay. See, there are two employees, A and B. So first I will take Mr. A. So Mr. A's efficiency, A's actual production. So how much they are going to manufacture? See, A produces 40 units. So A is going to produce 40 units. That is the actual production of Mr. A. So 40 units is the actual production. Now divided by standard production. So what is the standard production? See, that we have calculated that standard production. So 40 divided by 80 into 100. So this is how we need to calculate the percentage of efficiency. So we are going to get 50%. So 50% is the efficiency of Mr. A. Similarly, calculate Y's efficiency also, B's efficiency also. See, the formula is same for both the employees. Actual production divided by standard production into 100. Okay. So what is the actual production of Mr. B? So you can see the problem here. B's actual production is 75 units. So 75 divided by 80 into 100. So 75 divided by 80 into 100, he is going to get 94%. So B's percentage of efficiency is 94%. Now calculate for Mr. C. Calculate the efficiency of Mr. C. And the formula is same now. So what is the actual production of Mr. C? Mr. C's actual production is 90 units. And what is the standard? Standard is 80 units. So 90 divided by 80 into 100, he is going to get 113%. Okay, so this is how we have to calculate the percentage of efficiency. Okay, so after completing this efficiency, we need to calculate total earnings. See, you can see the criteria here. Below 83% of efficiency, normal piece rate. Okay, see here, A's efficiency is 50%. That means A comes under the first category because his production, his level of efficiency is less than 80%, 83%. So he is going to get normal piece rate. So what is the normal piece rate that we have to calculate? The normal piece rate. So normal piece rate that we have to calculate, and they will get normal piece rate only. And B's percentage of efficiency is 94%. Okay, so if the level of efficiency is 94%, then he is going to get 110% of normal piece rate. See, 83 to 100% efficiency, employees are going to get 110% of normal piece rate. And the third criteria is, if the employee's percentage of efficiency is more than 100, then they are going to get 120% of normal piece rate, and C comes under the third category because his performance is more than 100. So, he is eligible for 120% of normal piece rate. So, now what is the normal piece rate? So, we have to calculate the normal piece rate. See here they have given wage rate rupees 1.50 paise per hour is given, but what we need to calculate per unit. So, we do not want the rate per hour. So, we need the rate per unit. So, just convert this hour into units. Okay. Next one is C, calculation of normal piece rate. Calculation of normal piece rate. So, how do you calculate? See, for 1 hour 1 rupee 50 paise. Okay. So, for I will take this for 10 units. For 10 units, so the piece rate is 1.50 paise. For 10 units 1.50 paise. For 1 unit. For 1 unit how much? So, we are going to get 1.50 divided by 10. We are going to get 0.15. So, this is the straight piece rate or differential piece rate per unit. So, this is how we need to calculate the piece rate. Now let us calculate the wages of all these employees. So, next we have to calculate wages or total earnings. So, how do you calculate total earnings? So, what is the formula? The formula is same. Total earnings is equals to number of units produced is multiplied by differential piece rate per unit. Okay. So, I will write total earnings or wages is equals to number of units produced into differential piece rate per unit. Okay. So, now calculate for each employees. Okay. First we have Mr. A. So, Mr. A's units. Now, Mr. A is going to produce, how much he is going to produce? He is going to produce 40 units. See, it is given clearly they are given. A produces 40 units, B produces 75 units, C produces 90 units. So, take for A. So, A produces 40 units and 40 units into differential piece rate per unit. So, here you have to see this. So, whether to take the normal piece rate or the differential piece rate system. For A we can take normal piece rate only. Why we can take normal piece rate? Because he comes under below standard. His level of efficiency is less than 83%. So, he is eligible for normal piece rate. See, below, if the performance is below 83%, then he is eligible for normal piece rate. So, A is eligible for normal piece rate and B's level of efficiency is more than 83% but less than 100%. He is eligible for 110% of normal piece rate and C's level of efficiency is more than 100%. So, he is eligible for 120% of normal piece rate. Okay. So, now calculate piece rate for total earnings for Mr. A, 40 units into differential piece rate system. So, his rate is normal piece rate. Normal piece rate that we have already calculated here 0.15. So, 0.15 into 40, if you multiply these two, you are going to get rupees 6 rupees. So, A's wages is 6 rupees. Now, take Mr. B. So, B's total production or actual production is 75 units. So, 75 units into, so rate per unit is 0.15, 15 paise is the rate, but you cannot take the same 15 paise here because his efficiency is more than 83%. So, he is eligible for 110% of normal piece rate. Okay, normal piece rate is 0.15 into 110%, 110 divided by 100. So, if you want you can calculate this separately also, but I am showing this here only. So, 110% of 15 paise, he is going to get 12.3 8. So B's wages is 12 rupees 38 paise. Now calculate for Mr. C. So C's total production is 90 units. So 90 units, and what is his differential piece rate system? 120% of normal piece rate, because his level of efficiency is more than 100%, correct. So 0.15, that is 15 paise into 120%. So he is entitled to get 16 rupees 20 paise, 16 rupees 20 paise. So this is how we need to calculate total earnings under merit differential piece rate system. So it's a very simple method where you need to know the conditions. So below 83% of efficiency, normal piece rate, 83% to 100% of the efficiency, 110% of normal piece rate, and if the percentage of efficiency is more than 100, then he is entitled to get 120% of normal piece rate. So this is a very simple problem. Now let us solve one more problem on the same method. Okay, so one more problem on the same merit differential piece rate system. Okay, so let us solve this problem. Okay, so first I will explain the problem. Just listen. Calculate the earnings of worker under merit differential piece rate system. Okay, time rate rupees 3 per hour, standard output 6 units per hour, and in a day of 8 hours. So in a day of 8 hours, A produces 39 units, B produces 45 units, and C produces 60 units. So this is a very simple problem like our previous problem only. So let's start with the problem, with the solution. Okay, solution. See, even in this problem also, standard production is not given, rate per unit is not given. So we need to calculate standard production and rate per unit, then percentage of efficiency, then the final step is calculation of total earnings. So let us start with the solution. So first as I said, we need to calculate standard production. Okay, so standard production, or we can calculate rate per unit, piece rate per unit. So piece rate per unit. So what is the rate? Time rate is 3 rupees per hour, standard output 6 units per hour. Okay, so here standard rate for 6 units 1 hour, and standard output is standard time is rupees 3. So after this, divide this. So rupees 3 divided by 6 units, 0.50. So this is the rate per unit. See, standard production for 1 hour 6 units, and the standard time allowed to manufacture 6 units in an hour is 3 rupees. So 3 rupees divided by 6 units, you are going to get 0.50, that is 50 paise per unit. So per unit 50 paise they will get, but for 1 hour employees are going to get 3 rupees, but we need per unit. So this is the first step. Second step is, so first step is calculation of rate per unit, because that is not given in the problem, and the second one is calculation of standard production, because the standard production is also not given in the problem. Standard production is given, but not for the whole day, they have given only for 1 hour, correct, because in a day employees are going to work for 8 hours. Okay, so take that. So standard production in 8 hours. So what is the standard production in 8 hours? Per hour they are manufacturing 6 units. So for 8 hours how much? Just multiply that. 8 into 6. So they are going to get 48 rupees. 48 units. So this is the standard production. So 48 units is the standard production. So we have calculated the basic things. State piece rate 50 paise per unit. standard production 48 units. Now let us calculate the percentage of efficiency, and the percentage of efficiency is calculated using a formula. The formula is percentage of efficiency is equals to actual production of each employee divided by standard production into 100. So that is the formula to calculate the percentage of efficiency. C, calculation of percentage of efficiency. Calculation of percentage of efficiency. So what is the formula? Percentage of efficiency is equals to actual production divided by standard production into 100. So this is the formula to calculate percentage of efficiency. Now calculate the efficiency of each employee. So how many employees are there? There are 3 employees in an organization, A, B and C. Okay, so first let me calculate for Mr. A. So A's production. So A's actual production is 39 units. So actual production is 39 units. What is the standard production? We have calculated here. So 48 units into 100. So how much you will get? So you will get 81.25. 81.25. Yes, correct. So percentage of efficiency of A, standard production 39 units, actual production 39 units, standard production 48 units, and level of efficiencies, percentage of efficiencies 81.25 is A's efficiency. Now calculate Mr. B's efficiency. So B's actual production is 45 units. So 45 units divided by standard production 48 units, that we have already calculated, 48 units into 100. So just multiply this, 45 divided by 48 into 100, you will get 93.75%. 93.75%. And calculate efficiency of C. So C's actual production is 60 units. 60 units, standard production 48 units into 100. So calculate this. So you will get 125%. Okay. So this is how we need to calculate the percentage of efficiency. Next we have to calculate total earnings. So calculation of total earnings. So how do you calculate total earnings? Total earnings is calculated by using a formula. So what is that formula? Number of units produced into differential piece rate system. Okay. So formula is wages, or you can write total earnings is equals to number of units produced into differential piece rate it is. Piece rate per unit. Differential piece rate per unit is our formula. So now let us calculate for each employees. Okay. So first we have Mr. A. Okay. Mr. A. So number of units produced by Mr. A. How many units A is going to produce? A is producing 39 units. So take that 39 units. 39 into differential piece rate per unit. So what is the differential piece rate? See, normal piece rate is 50 paise, and differential piece rate we need to calculate, or we need to identify based on the percentage of efficiency. See here, A's level of performance is 81.25%, correct, and the standard says, and the merits condition says, if the percentage of efficiency is less than 80%, I mean less than 83%, he is going to get normal piece rate. So A comes under the first category, that is below standard. Since it is a below standard, he is going to get normal piece rate. So I will just write here, A is going to get normal piece rate because his percentage of efficiency is less than 83%. So normal piece rate is this. So this is our normal piece rate, 0.50, or we can say 50 paise. So this 50 paise is the normal piece rate. So 39 rupees into 50 paise here A is going to get 19.5. So 19 rupees 50 paise is the A's total earnings. So now calculate for Mr. B. Okay. See, B's efficiency, level of efficiency or percentage of efficiency is 93.75, and the criteria and the condition says if the level of performance is the performance of efficiency is more than 83% but less than 100%, he is going to get 110% of normal piece rate. And substitute this number of units produced by Mr. B. How many units he is going to produce? 45 units. So take 45 units into 0.50. 50 paise is the normal piece rate, but you cannot take 50 paise because his percentage of efficiency is more than 83%. So you take 110% of 50 paise into 110%. So if you do this, you are going to get rupees 24.75. 24 rupees 75 paise is the total earnings of Mr. B. Similarly, calculate for Mr. C also. So C's units produced by Mr. C, 60 units. So C is going to produce 60 units and 50 paise. So can we take 50 paise? We have to see the criteria. See, C's percentage of efficiency is 125%, and according to merit, if the percentage of efficiency is more than 100, those employees are going to get 120% of normal piece rate. Normal piece rate is 50%. C's percentage of efficiency is more than 120%, so he is going to get 120% of normal piece rate. So 60 into 120% of 50 paise, he is going to get rupees 36. He is going to get rupees 36 rupees. So this is, so A is going to get 19.50 paise, 19 rupees 50 paise. B is going to get 24 rupees 75 paise. C is going to get rupees 36. So this is how we need to calculate the total earnings under merit differential piece rate system. So here one thing we need to understand, that we need to memorize that the criteria or the categories. The first criteria is if the percentage of efficiency is less than 83%, employees are going to get normal piece rate. If the percentage of efficiency is more than 83% but less than 100%, they are going to get 110% of piece rate. And if the performance, if the percentage of efficiency is more than 100%, then they are going to get 120% of normal piece rate. So this is about the merit piece rate system, and in my next class I am going to teach the incentive plans, where I am going to cover Rowan plan, Halsey plan, Rowan plan and Halsey-Ware plan. And thank you for watching.